What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Planet Cyrene, and we are at the Rift Teleporter right now. Just not sure why I chose that spot, but we got 50 Christmas strong boxes to open up. Let's see if there's anything decent we can find. Hopefully a ring, possibly, at least something that's worth the 500 ped that we spent on it, right? So this is 50 US dollars worth of Strongbox keys, and the boxes themselves I looted from past Christmas events. I don't do too many strong boxes, really. I did 50 last month, and I did 50 this month. I've just been transferring the Bitcoin, so whatever I can max out with that, I'm going to open strong boxes with each month until the strong boxes I have at least are used up. I don't like selling them because if something does come out of them, then I'll feel like I sold that for way less than price. So I figure, you know what, fuck it, let's just open them up, see what kind of things we can get out of them, and see if it's going to be worth at least that 500 ped. 20 loot pills, what the? I don't think I've ever gotten more than one or two at the same time. That 20 is pretty good. That's a good start. Now, I know you can't sell those loot pills, but any type of pill or thing like that is just something that I don't have to buy and that I can use for my next hunt. Now, the majority of this looks like it's going to be ammo, but that's okay too, because as long as we get at least, I'd say like 400 ped worth of ammo, the rest should be covered with the other stuff that we get, hopefully. Now, I'm not certain on that because I'm not a Strongbox expert, but... Oh, Mayhem Amp. That's a good start. It's an alpha, too. So there you go right there. That thing's got to be at least 35-40 ped, I'd say. I haven't seen the markup on it, and it's been a long time since I've had any type of these amps, so don't quote me on that. We'll check that out here soon, though. Let's just keep going with these strong boxes, because 5. I don't think I've ever gotten a 5 before. And 2 red ones. Neurostim Y2 and a A10. Oh, that thing's like 10 hours at 100%. See, it's actually pretty fun opening these strong boxes. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. I've been waiting for it because I did it last month and they only allow me to use 50 US dollars worth of crypto to buy these things, right? So it's like, it kind of saves me in that sense. I could use a credit card, but my wife would see it and she's not really the biggest fan of Entropia, to be honest. I've spent a few bucks on it and she's not too thrilled about that, to be honest. But let's keep going with these strong boxes and hopefully we can get something that makes up that massive cost difference that we're probably gonna get. Now, you could get something pretty good out of this. That's what I was talking about there. I said it the wrong way. It's still really early. My daughter woke up at like 6 a.m. today, and one of my sleep-in days. So I'm not fully awake, although I do have a cup of coffee here. And another thing to wake me up. Getting some hyperstim, some ammo. That was a 15 milligram. That was pretty good. Neurostim Ys. Now, off the top of my head, I'm not honestly sure what a lot of these pills do. There's so many different variations, but we'll check it out here soon. About halfway through the strong boxes, we'll stop and see what we got. Hopefully, everybody's having a good weekend. I know it just started, but this summer's over, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't even think we've seen summer. I think we just went straight from spring to fall here in Canada anyway. That summer sure was short. It's been raining. I'd say at least 40 out of the 50 days or so. Like if you were to put it into a number, we've had so many days worth of rain. Even the next week here in New Brunswick is going to be about pure rain. Maybe one nice day. Even today, it's a rainy morning. Alright, so we got 22 strong boxes left. You can see the keys there. Let's try to organize this. Sorry, I was not prepared for that. It was kind of just one of those wing it things. I was going to save them. And I was supposed to do a Lazadol hunt with a friend of mine, but I ended up going to get pizza instead. The kids went to sleep. I looked at my wife and I said, "You want some pizza?" She's like, "Ooh, pizza. I would like some pizza." Just like, "Okay, don't worry. I'll bring us some pizza." So out I went like 11 o'clock at night. Drove 20 minutes into town to get this pizza. This it's New England pizza is what it's called. It's pretty good. Cream cheese stuffed crust, if you believe that. Never heard of it before I moved out here. Alright, get back to those strong boxes. Let's see if we can finish this up with something nice. We did pretty good so far, it looks. Quite a bit of pills. I didn't check the ammo yet. We'll see that later on. I'm not too concerned about the amount of ammo we're going to get. I have a feeling it'll be fairly close to what I want. Another loot collection, and we have 2 more Neurostem Bs. Those aren't the greatest, I don't think, but that one is, though. Hyperstim 15 milligram. That's a nice pill. I think that's like 15%, at least for an hour, I believe. I don't use the pills too often, only if I'm hunting a big mob in like a team hunt and we're both using them just to speed the hunt up, or I'm doing something. See, I don't really hunt too many big mobs alone. So, it says 255, but there's a few ped there too. Merge it up. 319.67. So I probably had a tiny bit of ammo on me when I started this, just to get that 67. Come on. Come on. Oh, we'll take it. A melee amp. I'm gonna say how to look good on my sword, that's for sure. I love those amps like that because it gives you a couple percent lifesteal, and when you use that lifesteal, you don't even really have to heal when you're doing melee. And so here's the first amp that we got, and no, I don't. That's not the one. I didn't get that one. That's from the last time. That's from last month. I didn't record those. I didn't really think anybody had an interest to see me open them, but I figured, you know what? Why not? Let's share our experience with the strong boxes and see what other people think about it. So the one, yeah, I had a good idea that the one would be around 35-40 ped. The auction sales, keep in mind, include fees, right? So the player is going to put it up for a bit higher markup. If you do a player-to-player sale, you're probably not going to get that. You're more likely going to get a few percent less. However, that isn't always the case, and some people do pay the markup that it shows right here. But that is based off the auction data. That is not based off player-to-player sales. So just keep that in mind. Let's see if we can equip this onto the sword and see what it looks like. I mean, it doesn't change the look of the sword, my apology on that one, but it should give some nice... Oh yeah, look at that. Evade, dodge, critical chance, and a lifesteal. Keeping those. I love those little amps. I used to buy the laser amp there with the lifesteal. It's pretty good. But 12 more. And see at the end what the results are. A bunch of snowballs. Not too many snowballs actually on that one, just one each. I don't think we're going to get anything bigger, although this seems to be a decent run. Not too up on the cost of pills these days, so if anybody has like an indication of how much they would be, just so I could... I mean, I know what you can buy them for, but I'd have to go look it up. Anyway, I feel if we get the 440 or... Sorry, my daughter. I had to go help her for a sec. She's got my phone on the TV. Hyperstim, 5 milligram. The hyperstims, any of them are pretty good. First candy canes though, that's pretty good. Although the candy canes aren't great, they are a nice addition. I'll take them. We got, is this the last one? No, we got some more. 2 left, it looks. Last one. Well, we didn't do too bad, it doesn't seem. Did get a decent amount of pills. If you look at that, all those yellow pills are definitely quite valuable. We got a good skill, a couple skill boosters there. As you can see, Hyperstim 15%, Neurostim's are okay, C's are okay, the 5 milligram same thing. Hyperstim, or the Neurostim, run 20%, but decrease critical damage and increased critical damage, if I could just get that tongue to work properly. And the Neurostim, these ones are nice. They give reload, critical damage, and critical chance. Increase skill gain by 100% for 10 hours. Now I'm going to have to grind out for that. Too bad you couldn't overlap these and use all of them at once. Although, actually, I don't know if you can do that. I don't think I've ever tried. Usually that 10-hour one's good enough. 440 worth of ammo. And the 2 amps. Ends up being a pretty decent run on the Strongboxes. If you factor in the cost of the Strongboxes at say even 2 ped per, we needed to get 600 ped worth of loot out of this. So I'm not positive we got that, but if you just look at it as I'm opening my own Strongboxes and I didn't have to buy them, then I definitely think we got the 500 ped that I was looking for. So let me know what you think about it. Do you think Strongboxes are worth it? Do you think we did alright on them? Definitely got 2 amps out of that. You can't take that away. That's pretty rare. I don't think I've really ever had 2 at the same time, but once again, I'm not a huge Strongbox guy. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.